Mr. O'Flynn, 2 minutes.
Thank you. In the United States of America, where I believe they directly elect their presidents, a president who is in the last year of his term and is not standing again is described as a lame duck. On that basis, this is a lame duck commission. Were it wise, it would reflect that modest status with modest targets. But no, right across the piece, the Juncker Commission is attempting new power grabs for Brussels, from permanent structured cooperation in defence to a common European asylum system, to beefing up the sanctions on member states which displease it in what it euphemistically calls the rule of law agenda. That's the rule of Brussels law over national democracies, by the way. But with its two federalist engines wheezing badly, Macron in France and Merkel in Germany, one can't help but notice that the Commission is on collision course with the two other heavyweights, with Italy in regard both to migration and economic sovereignty, and with the United Kingdom on its right to run its own affairs even after it's left the club. I had to laugh when Mr Juncker in his State of the Union package went to great pains to highlight one area where he felt subsidiarity could be enforced: changing the clocks. Countries are going to be allowed to set their own time. Big deal, given the rest of this federalist agenda. That just gives the nation the right to decide whether its sovereignty will be stolen at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock on any given day. Mr Juncker told us in September that, and I quote, "the time for European sovereignty has come." No, it has not, at least not in the eyes of Italians or Hungarians or Austrians or Swedes or Germans surging towards the AfD. Even at its fag end, this Commission continues the great Eurocrat mistake of overreaching and seeking to govern without consent. Well, the British people have had enough. We're off. We will run our own country again one day, no matter what Mrs May connives to bind us into. If you don't change your ways, I predict we will be the first of many.